I don't want to see any other resident nearby go through what I'm feeling.
Do you feel like you're a prisoner in your own home?
I do indeed. That would sum it up. Since the earthquakes, things changed dramatically. There was a quarry over the way and you wouldn't have known it was there. But then they put an extension to their quarry. And since then, it's just been a nightmare. I was finding that I just couldn't get my breath very well. And I went to my local GP and he sent me to a cardiologist. But then it's actually got worse and worse. My coughing was so bad. And then direct neighbours started to have the same problems.
So it's a huge concern that this crystalline silica is practically probably everywhere on our property, and we did actually see it on our windows. If the sun is shining in the right angle, you can actually see it. It looks like glitter all over your windows. We've got children too, and so not just ourselves to worry about, it's what is going into their lungs.
You get up in the morning tired, you had to have your 8 hours sleep and you couldn't get out of bed. You just feel as if you'd played a game of rugby.
Some of that dust is caused by quartz which has been ground up by a crushing machine. What that produces is very small particles of silica which are sharp and they are respirable. They're quite fine, so they get down into your lungs. So there is a potential there for them to cause long-term problems like silicosis and certain types of cancer.
What was your reaction hearing that what you could be breathing in could eventually be fatal?
I was stunned.
It's essentially a chronic inflammatory process in your lungs. It can kill you, ultimately. It does take many, many years to develop.
I just couldn't believe what I was hearing.
So we're going to put in place a long-term monitoring program just to start to see what sort of exposure levels are going on. The experts tell me it'll take a year to get a really conclusive view of that.
Well, the main concern is actually not just Yaldhurst, but the whole of the Canterbury area, where it seems to me that bad decisions have been made based on bad evidence. And as a scientist, I think that evidence should be right, and if it's not right, you'll get situations like this.
Any dust means the mines will be closed immediately. They'll be abated straight away, and that's what we've been told will happen.
The amount that these people are breathing in could well be dangerous. We don't know yet, it hasn't been diagnosed, but silica in the air is this kind of respirable silica, the sharp-edged stuff that cuts into the cells, is not to be desired in any way.
How does it feel knowing that every time you walk outside your property, you've been told by an expert that you need to wear this mask?
I can't really describe it, Chris. I just can't believe in this day and age that the people that could have stopped it could have done so.